Speaking to the former Cape Town mayor right now. Malungelo, take it away.
Thanks, Tembegile. Patricia de Lille naming her new political movement Good, saying that the name is actually quite simple but authentic, and it's something that most South Africans want. They want good in this country. She is my guest for a quick conversation. Patricia, thank you so much for your time. I think one of the most important questions, that has also come out in this, when you are interacting with us. Why a political party? In fact, you're calling it a movement.
Yes, certainly. I did tell South Africans 2 weeks ago when I announced the movement that I will announce the name today. I sincerely believe that there are many good South Africans who want to see our country succeed and who want to protect our democracy. And the idea is to start the movement and mobilize young leaders, experienced leaders, together with men and women, and find those good people. Because if good people do nothing, then our evil, corruption that you see in our country will continue to triumph. And I'm trying to say to every good South African, we do have, each one of us have got a responsibility. I'm exercising my responsibility by mobilizing good people to save our country.
Patricia, you're saying that there was a study that was done by Ipsos,
Yes.
and it found that there is a need
Yes.
for a new political movement in this country. In fact, you're saying that you're here to disrupt politics in this. How do you intend doing that?
Well, of course, I've got a scientific base that does show that many voters are undecided, many voters are disillusioned with the three big political parties in our country today. And my movement, the Good movement, is to give those disillusioned people hope and to give them an alternative to vote for. But South Africans have already responded, overwhelming in all 9 provinces. And everybody say, it's going to be an impossible task to do it before the elections. But Tata Madiba said everything seems impossible until it's done. And I think with the young leaders that we've mobilized, we are up to the task to take the country by storm.
There's no doubt that next year's elections are going to be tough. Would you then go into a coalition with any of these major political parties?
Well, I have got a lot of experience of managing coalitions. With the ID, we have held the balance of power in a number of municipalities. I've learned a lot of managing coalitions together with Helen Ziller because the two of us had the task to do so, and I can bring that experience to coalitions. Our constitution prescribed that for any party to form a government, you must have 50% plus one. So obviously the composition of the coalitions will be determined after the elections. But if and when the need arises, I am prepared to participate in a coalition after the elections.
Let's talk about the key policy positions. You spoke of
Yes.
spatial development and also the issue of social justice and economic justice.
Yes.
Those are not new. Those are things that we've heard other political parties talking about. What's different that are you going to do to make sure that these are addressed?
First, we've identified the 4 policy themes, which is spatial justice, economic justice, social justice, and environmental justice. And now that we are going to develop our manifesto will deal how we're going to address the spatial injustices, economic injustices. But let me just do the one on spatial justice. Spatial justice, it's an indictment on our country that after 24 years of our democracy, we've not dealt with the apartheid spatial planning. Poor people are still being put right far outside of cities. spending more than 40% of their income. And that needs to be addressed. And you know, with my experience of what we've done in the city of Cape Town to bring about that spatial justice, we'll certainly begin to bring it there. But what is really needed in our country, it's not more policies, it's not more analysis. We must just walk the talk, so we will be action-driven. And where we are not in government, we will go and protest and say that this is what we need to build a good South Africa.
This question will always come up. Are you resuscitating ID?
Yeah. No, we're not resuscitating ID. ID was there for a specific purpose, and that was I wanted to be the first woman ever in our new democracy to start a new political party, and I've achieved that. And then I've moved on together with Helen Zille to build an alternative to the ruling party. I still believe there's a need for that alternative today. And so also to give South Africans a choice. But I'm also starting it because I can start a new political party. That is my right in terms of the Constitution.
Patricia de Lille, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that's Patricia de Lille, who has just announced, the name of her new movement and also some of the key policy positions that this movement will be focusing on, Thembekile, saying that this movement is here to disrupt politics and saying that it's to resuscitate a project of hope in this country. It's back to you.
Malungelo boy, let's leave it there for now.